Okay guys, so just getting on with this unboxing of my last tank that I've got at the moment, and this is the US M41A3, and this is the Walker Bulldog light tank, 1/16 scale, 2.4 GHz RC main battle tank. Okay, so guys, as I say, I wasn't interested in coming back to tanks, guys, but 2.4 GHz, yes, and the infrared battles, the BB gun, yeah, it's just a lot more ease of use, and now there seem to be a lot more hop-ups. So this version isn't really a hopped-up kind of version, because normally when I get these tanks, I always go for the first upgrade, which is steel gears, but I haven't. On this one, I just wanted to see, because the other ones I have got steel gears, this one hasn't. I just wanted to see how much can the plastic gears endure. So you can upgrade all these things. So at the moment, in all my other tanks, I've got steel gears. I wouldn't even bother with zinc, yeah. And this one's got plastic. I have bought the Ultimate 2 Heng long upgrade for motors. It's got 2 blue motors, which are faster. It's got steel gears in there. So yeah, but I'm not gonna change it over until I see how much this can handle. So where does it break? You know, where do the plastic gears start to strip? So this is kind of like an experiment tank for me. So it does have the metal caterpillars, and it does have the steel or drive wheel. So yep. Okay. So if you don't have them bits, you can always buy them later. But you know what? I've come to realise, guys, that it's probably better to buy stuff already on there and look for a deal, like when eBay do the 10% off or anything. Probably better to buy the upgraded version rather than have to upgrade afterwards, because you're paying a pretty penny. If you're going to upgrade the metal caterpillars, you're talking about £80 there, depending on the tanks. Could be more, could be less. And the wheels with the suspension arms, you're looking at about £60 just for that. Steel gearbox, you're talking about £40. So when you add it all up, guys, sometimes it's better just to buy the Pro version if you get a good deal. So here again, just telling you everything's labelled, telling you exactly where everything is. This is a pretty straightforward, simple tank. A bit of a history about the tank itself, guys. When it was created, who made it, which battles it fought in, a bit of a history about the tank, which is pretty cool. The boxes are so much better now, guys. The white boxes they had initially were horrible. They don't nice at all. Transmitter, the function of the transmitter are here, guys. So the rotation, your driving angles, whatever, smoke, your volume, changing the sounds, and because it's a 6.0 version, it's got 4 built-in sounds, I believe. And yeah, so I'm just looking at it from the top. So it's got a suspension system, it's got real smoke, and don't overdo it with the smoke, guys. They say they put 1 drop in. If you flood it, you could it'll malfunction. You should shoot airsoft. I'd love to shoot other things, but yep, let's see how we get on with that. Flashlight, yeah, usually when you do the machine gun, they tend to have lights in the front and some on the back as well, so we'll see. Ballistic sound, and the gun barrel, the turret goes, basically the barrel goes up and down. Okay, and then here you got a bit about directions, and basically the gradient is 45 degrees. It'd be good to test that to see if it does it. It's got a firing, recoil, and the barrel goes up and down, and you can rotate the tank 360, but the turret does about 320, I think. Okay, anything on the bottom? The bottom will just be telling you about what the batteries that go into it, and it's 6 AA that go into the remote. They come with a 7.4 volt battery, guys, which is a Lion battery. You could just, you know, if you're into RCs and you've got a high milliamp battery, use it. If it fits into the actual bottom of the tank where the batteries go, put it in there. With these you get 20 minutes. With them, if it's 5,000 milliamps, you're tripling your time, yeah? So you could be out enjoying stuff for a lot longer. Out of all the tanks I've got, this is the least hopped up, the least upgraded. I'm not expecting big things, guys. I expect at some point that the plastic gears will strip on this, but that's why I've already got the replacements in hand, so I've already bought them anyway. So let's just get into this little bad boy. And get the tape off. Okay, so the first thing you can see, guys, is they have the instructions, and you have this target thing. You just fold it over basically, and you can have a go shooting it. And there we are with the with the tank. So we'll have a look at the instructions in a minute, guys. I don't like doing long unboxings, guys, and obviously there's that many unboxings of tanks. I don't know if you guys are interested, but I thought maybe for the guys who have been like myself into RCs and who maybe might be crossing over into tanks to have a go at them, might be a bit interesting for you guys. Okay, so basically we're gonna pull and push the box away. Okay. Not like that. My channel's pretty destructive, guys. Let me be more careful. Right, what's it's an angle or something? Like going fishing, man. What are you snagged on, you little bugger? Alright, now it's coming off. How not to unbox something. Right, that's all part of the fun, guys. Come on, man, just need to entertain you guys, man. Ready, here we are. Okay, so let's take this bit off. Okay, tape over there. Okay, so in the lid you have details, and people like to what's called weather their tank. They like to paint it up so it looks like it's proper war torn, it looks like it's been through the war, it's all rusted up and wherever, so it looks realistic basically. Yeah, guys, these are the attachments you can put on. So you've got like you've got oil drums, you've got gas tanks, you've got shovels, spades, loads of different things, and some of them, in this one you've got a little man. Alright, but yeah, I don't know if you're interested in that. You've got decals, and with these decals, guys, they're double faced, so when you stick it on you'll have a mist on top of the actual decals. Peel that off as well. That's how you get clear numbers. Some of them have been coloured in a little bit so you can see the one. Should I just take them out? As you know, guys, I just think, you know, do you really want to see all this stuff? Because I don't want it to be long and boring for you. So yeah, there's this guy, and he'll sit in the top of the tank, alright, because he doesn't have any legs. He's legless. Had one too many. So, yep, and then you've got all the decals. Some of the details have been coloured in, so you've got your little spades and stuff like that have been already coloured in. But the rest of them you have to paint up yourselves. Okay, now, the reason I have to pop this open is the remote handles, transmitter sticks are here. So you have to get them out anyway. Let's get them out. And before I end up losing them, let me pop them into the remote. Yep. Okay, so you're going to put these little stick things, it just fits straight in, guys, and it shouldn't come out. Push down a little bit, don't need too much force. Oh, come on, stop moving. You know when you're doing stuff, if you flip the camera, it's a bit of an odd angle. Anyway, so there, and it's proportional steering and turret movement, which means basically you can, if you just press a little bit, it'll move a little bit, and if you press a lot, it'll move a lot. Budget stuff doesn't have that, it just one speed all the way. Okay, so oh, looks like spare track. Okay, but this should be a metal track. So this particular tank has got metal track and metal hubs, and that's as much as I got. The rest of it, what I'd probably upgrade, would be the steel gears, and I didn't bother because I wanted to see how I wanted to test them. So you got some guns. I don't know where these things fit. They're like canisters for lights and stuff. So you got your axe and your shovel, and it looks like an exhaust, a little bit over there. Gas drums, and I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm sure I'll find out. Okay. Are you like me that when you take something out of a package, you can't get it back in? Never get this stuff back in. Anyhow, I don't have a wrestling match with this off camera, but I know for a fact it is not going to go in the way I pulled it out. Ready, okay. So, I'll fight that battle in a little while. Okay, right, is this more details? So, these are basically hubs that will fit into the wheels. Alright, so make it, because the wheels aren't metal, they're just plastic. So, sorry about the rain, guys, I'm in the conservatory and it's raining. So they'll just fit into the actual metal, the wheels, the plastic wheels that are on there. This is the bits that we like. So you've got your BBs, and they give you 2 packs of 6mm BBs. Let me just cut this pack. Okay. So this was maybe I'm just a big kid, yeah. This is what drew me towards the tanks. I thought, they fire these? Really? And then when I came to realise that they fire in a pretty powerful way, that was it, dude. I was just sold, man. I was sold. I was like, I want to shoot stuff. So I've got a few tanks and it should be pretty fun shooting friends and stuff like that. But make sure you wear safety goggles and make sure you tell them that you're going to shoot them. There's a charger and there should be an infrared thingy. There it is. That just basically slots onto the tank. It's got a magnetic bit. The Tiger tank does have a place where you can slot this on. It plugs in and it slots on and it stays there because it's magnetic. Challenger didn't have it. I don't know if this one does. We'll see. Okay, I'll keep that out and we'll have a look at that. And that's just normal USB charger. Plug it into your laptop or even use your phone plug that you plugged in and just change it out for this one. Alrighty. Oh, there's a spare track here. So it is metal track and that's on spare track in case it breaks off and there's a pins to fit it in. Okay, I was really impressed with the track on the German Tiger. That was really cool. Okay, so look at the transmitter functions in a minute. Let's get this little bad boy out. Now the Challenger was really big. This is quite a short tank in comparison. I think this is about 500, less I think. It's a bit shorter than 500 millimeters. I think the Tiger's about 560. This is shorter, might be 490 or just 500. And the Challenger was 710. That's probably the longest tank you can get. The Tiger was really heavy, guys. I mean, not, you know, but it was all steel, so you could just, the wheels and everything like that, you could feel the weight of them. Now getting these out is a bit of a mission, but sometimes you worry you're going to snap stuff. But right, this is a little bit heavy and that's only due to the metal tracks. This one probably looks the most toy out of all of them. Looks a little bit like a toy. I do apologise about the rain, guys, not in my control. So it's probably the smallest one that I've come across anyway. And it is kind of toy looking. Nice track. And yeah, pretty simple. It doesn't seem to have too many places where the details will go. And that's where basically them hub things will fit in. It has the idler wheel, which is metal, and the tracks that are metal, and that's probably the only upgrades on this. And as I say, that if the plastic gear strip out, I've got that in place. Smoke will be coming out of these twin exhausts, and there should be somewhere to pour the smoke into. You've got your LEDs there, guys. 2 red ones on the back. There should be some on the front as well. So look at where you would pour. There will be a little pot or something that you can pour in. So all these little holes will be where the details will go. Alright, so are the lights in the front? Not that I can see. Where the machine gun goes, there'll be a light. You can actually get this sick flash for your the barrel of your turret gun. So I can't see lights in the front, but I'm sure there will be. Right, so yeah, as I said, this is probably the lightest one out of them. Where did the BBs go on this one? Let's have a look. So, okay, so that's where your infrared thing's gonna go, wherever that is, where they put it. So, the infrared battles are pretty cool, guys, and they don't have to physically shoot each other, but this detects when the tank's being shot. Just plug it into that slot there, and on the other tanks there's a magnetic bit, but I think that's just on the Tiger then. Oh, yay! Good. Magnetic. Where was it on the Challenger? Okay, interesting. And that'll plug in there, and that'll pick up when you're being hit. Do the BBs go here? Let's have a look. Nope, that is nothing. That is nothing. That is okay. Well, now on the Tiger, that's where the BBs went, right? But obviously this doesn't seem to be doing anything here. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Where the below minute do the BBs go? It has to go here. Where else can it go? Oh, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I figured it out. Right, okay. Right, so, a bit weird, but the BBs will go in the same place as you plug in your infrared thing. There's a little hole down there which feeds the turret gun. Okay. Track-wise, pretty cool. Not that impressed with this track. It's okay. I did like the track on the others. You can see the suspension arms there. There won't be oil-filled shocks or anything like that. Get a bit closer, guys. Can you guys see that? They've got suspension arms on there, so you've got that beautiful movement. And it should look pretty cool when it's going over stuff. And that's where the battery will go. With the Challenger, I got this beautiful screwdriver, which was a shock because I've never had a nice screwdriver come out of an RC car. And that came with the Challenger, so yeah. That was pretty cool. So, get that open. Got on and off switches at the bottom here with it as well. The Tiger had a bit of a different mechanism to open it. It didn't have a screw. It just had something, right? So, Tamiya connector. I'd buy an adapter and put my Traxxas batteries on with that. It's just space. They could have made the space a little bit better. People are waterproof these. So, yeah, it basically means you just got to waterproof all the electrics by taking all the circuit boards apart and plastic dipping them or using whatever you want to use. But yeah. So again, this is a 6.0 version, which basically means it's got all the different sounds built into it and the volume adjustments and the smokes on the remote. So pretty straightforward, pretty basic, but pretty cool. I do love the way these things fire, guys, and the kind of power they generate. I've got a feeling that thing's probably going to break off, man. We'll keep that closed. I don't like that. That's seems a bit too delicate. Anyhow. So yeah, so you've got 320 degrees turret movement, guys. They get to a point where they'll stop. You can do an upgrade on these where you can have 360 turret movement. Yeah. And basically that's it. There's not much more to that. Pretty cool. You could buy all steel upgraded wheels for that as well as suspension arms. And here, guys, we've got the remote, so you turn the tank on from the bottom, and the first time you do it, you've got to bind it, so you switch it on, press the on key, and the lights will stop flashing, and it'll be bound. Proportional steering, guys, pretty cool, and you've got trims here to adjust it. You have also got, guys, smoke. Press it on, and the smoke will start chugging along. When you don't have no smoke in there, turn it off, because that thing is pretty delicate, and you'll mash it up, so don't run it without smoke. You've also got volume control, which goes up to 5 different levels of volume, which is pretty loud. And you can adjust and change the sound effects by pressing these buttons to find the sound effect that you like. Shooting, guys, machine gun is here. And once you press, so that's machine gun, and then when you press that, you're going to get the firing of the actual turret gun. So, yep. 6 AA batteries, and you are good to go. And you just need to charge your battery up. So, look out for that, guys. I do want to have some infrared battles, and I do want to shoot loads of people with this lovely tank of mine. So, I have ulterior motives. Stay tuned to see that happening, guys, yeah? It's going to be proper fun. Yeah, fun for me anyway, until they figure out how to fire back. So, I'm looking to have some funky little tank battles, the decals. Right. Let me just see size comparison, guys. This is 116, and I was sent this from a company that's 112. Will it fit together in the vids? Will they go together pretty well? I don't know. But yep, I'm probably gonna have the tank trying to stop this giving supplies. There's quite a few versions of this. I like this camo version, and it's got a camera built in on the top, which is pretty cool. Slots in, and it's got the same little thing we can plug into. And I don't know how good the camera is. I haven't tried it out yet. Just wanted to see if it was kind of to scale. So this will be with the Allies. I thought the Challenger tank was going to come in that colour, and it didn't, and I'm so glad it didn't. It came in that kind of desert kind of colour, yellow, with darker kind of, you know, going to like black basically, and darker orange. So yeah. Okay, what comes with the tank, guys, is obviously the instructions, and you've seen one, you've seen them all, but I'll do a quick flash. So that's basically for target practice, guys. You'll just fold that over, and sit it down somewhere, you can shoot it and it'll knock the living daylights out of that. Put it this way, I've been firing some of these tanks at boxes and they're putting holes inside the box. Right, it's fun, man. And here you've got all your transmitter controls telling you about basically the functions on the remote and how the smoke and volume and adjusting the sounds work there. And then you got your receiver box and where things plug in, which is pretty useful if you can do upgrades on your speakers or upgrade your turret, motor, whatever. That's all for that. Okay. Functions of your transmitter, all there. So it's pretty straightforward. The only thing I struggled with finding was the how to fire the barrel, because some of the videos on YouTube, they just press the stick up and press that button. This is different. You press both them buttons at the top, like your Xbox pads. All right. So basically that's pretty self-explanatory, guys. But you put your batteries in on both the transmitter and the tank, turning on and off. So these are general, so sometimes you're looking at this and thinking, it doesn't even have the on and off button there, like that one there. So yeah, don't get too confused. And what you can see is pretty straightforward, isn't it, guys? There's where to put your decals, there's parts, don't bother with that, buy upgraded parts, and thank God there's no crystals, because I would never have gone back to tanks if they had crystals, and here you can pop up bits and bobs. Okay, right guys, so really you want to see it running, guys. Let's get this little bad boy up and running, and let's shoot somebody. I'll shoot myself. I'll put myself in the line of fire. Anyhow, right guys, if you haven't subscribed, get subscribed, guys. There's going to be some crazy stuff going on. Mossy5734. Get notified, hit that bell and be ready. Okay, and I apologise about the rain, but yeah guys, not in my control. So, stay RC tuned and be ready for the next vid.